Mobility. Behind me are these two fantastic buses. The first of the lot from Switch Mobility to make their way to India, and this comes close on the heels of the Paris EU Motor Show, where the company had a successful launch of the E1. These again are 12-meter buses, and the one on my left is the EV12 standard, and the other is of course a variant for the low-floor application, so be it the tarmac staff or the staff buses. Having a short chat with Mr. Mahesh Babu, who's also the CEO of Switch Mobility India and COO Switch Mobility, who tells us about the strategy behind launching EV-focused products, starting with buses, and then of course the company will also focus on vans and LCVs. So also
we want to make democratize zero carbon mobility. In my past, I strongly believe that the commercial vehicle space is one of the space which is triple whammy, I call it. If you implement the electric mobility, which is efficient and operational cost-wise low, while the initial cost is high, due to total cost of ownership, you will get a better economic value over a period of long, let's say in buses about 10 years.
right.
Drove me into a very passionate situation where immediately what we need to do, and we were very clear that we will set up this organization globally. So we have a UK office, we have an office in India, we have recently opened and announced a plant in Spain. So we will be in Europe, we are in UK, and we want to scale up from India to, let's say, the growth markets.
Behind me, the seats that you see are part of the low floor variant, which will be used for tarmac applications, staff buses, and so on and so forth. Interestingly, what Switch Mobility as a subsidiary company of Ashok Leyland is doing over here, it's leveraging its synergies with all the group companies. Of course, it's rebranded Optare essentially. But what the company is doing is synergizing with group companies to offer state-of-the-art technology and trying to keep the TCO as low as possible. Interestingly, both Mr. Dheeraj Hinduja, chairman of the Hinduja Group, and Mahesh Babu, CEO of Switch Mobility India and CEO of Switch Mobility, stressed on the fact that the company has it's going to increasingly rely on mobility as a service rather than look at offering customers a vehicle. STOs could be one important target group for the company. In fact, they are the important target group for the company, apart from private fleet operators. So the company is going to offer customized solutions, and some state-of-the-art inclusions include a lot of IoT, data-backed analysis for the operators. I'm told that there's almost 2 terabyte of data that is being relayed back to the operators on a daily basis that can be analyzed and can be utilized for sweating the fleets more optimally, and a lot of other such features ensure that this is a very, very tempting value proposition for Switch Mobility customers in India.
We are very clearly focusing on public transport buses from smaller, let's say 12 meter to we will go up to 7 meter, let's say, buses, and we will look at LCVs,
right,
both for Europe and in India. So we are working towards that clear direction and the resolve of democratizing zero carbon mobility in these two areas. So we will focus on these two areas for next 3 to 4 years.